That's basically what happened there. But Eva Menendez, get this. She tweeted this out. It says, Eva Menendez, we all know who she is. I grew up on cereal. I still love it, but I won't eat Kellogg's anymore after I found out that so many of the ingredients they use here in the United States are banned in other countries. Why? Because they're harmful for our children. Gracias to the Food Babe for helping to bring this to the light on demand that Kellogg remove these harmful artificial food dyes for us, just like they do in other countries.
Eva Menendez.
Eva, what did I say, Menendez?
Mendez.
Yeah.
You think of the Menendez brothers.
I'm thinking of Menendez brothers. Eva Menendez is being slammed by nutrition experts for daring to ask Kellogg. So you want to see, so this guy finds out who these, watch this.
I know who it is. Getting absolutely dragged in her comment section right now.
You know what? Go to Steph for a second because there's a problem with my computer. I'll be right back.
Okay, here we go. I've got plenty to read, by the way. No problem. They're telling us to trust/obey authority like they do. SS. 419 Sledge. Thank you, 419 Sledge, for your generosity. Wink, wink. Hey, the reptilian idea needed to be taken seriously and understood as brain damage that happens to children due to neglect. Reptiles don't have emotions/empathy. SS. How do you carry $100 billion in laundered money to the bank? Ukraine it. Jeffrey Sachs. Let me read that one again. I want to do it justice, Savage. How do you carry $100 billion in laundered money to the bank? Ukraine it. Jeffrey Sachs. Yeah, that was a good one, right, Savage? Thank you. Those are my super chats. I'll see if I have some more super chats, ladies and gents.
Any Rumble rant?
Yeah, I've been reading them, Buster. I have to go back and forth for different reasons. All right, here we go. Sputnik canceled truth tellers out of work. Garland Nixon, Caleb Maupin, frightening. Please research this, Jimmy, Steph, and crew. Kinky too. Good to hear from you, Kinky. We've met in the past pretty recently. Sledge. Look at you, Sledge. Thank you very much for your generosity of spirit. Jimmy, please look into interviewing author Douglas Valentine, author of the books The Phoenix Program and the CIA is Organized Crime. He's been predicting this for a while. All right, I've got to save that to make sure I send it to the team. Savage, thank you so much. Did Jimmy just say under the guise something? Are you guising? Come on, guys. Guys, come on, guys. That's so funny, guising. T-Box. The reptilian idea needed to be taken seriously and understood as brain damage that happens to children due to neglect. Reptiles don't have the emotions, empathy. SS. I know, I read that one twice. That happens sometimes. Tara
there's no reptilian brain, by the way. The thing that you have like 3 brains, that's not really real. You use your whole brain the whole time. It's not divided into sections. That somebody said that arbitrarily, and it took off. And to this day, people still say you're lizard brain. But it's not. That's not actually science. It's like the thing of you only use 10% of your brain. That I mean, are people insane to say that? That's
but
about 90% of your brain. See how it works.
But the lizard, so there's your brain stem. Don't they call that the lizard brain part, right? Because then the frontal lobe.
No neuroscientists call it that. That's a common thing people say. And they actually imagine there's like 3 different brains piled on top of each other, but it is absolutely not. Now, the science has been wrong before, but just so the current state of it, they don't say that no more.
Well, what separates us from cavemen is we have a frontal lobe, right?
Well, I was going to say we have evolved thumbs. Thumbs to work on our helmets during jerking off.
All right, here, watch this.
Eva Menendez is getting absolutely dragged in her comment section right now after making this Instagram post. What was the post about, you might ask? Well, it's pretty simple. She was calling on Kellogg to remove harmful artificial food dyes from the cereals sold in the United States. She was citing a food blogger named Vani Hari, also known as the Food Babe, who pointed out that the US version of Fruit Loops has a bunch of artificial food coloring in it, red 40, yellow 5, blue 1, yellow 6, yada yada, whereas the Canadian version doesn't have those artificial food dyes in it. They use other things to color the Fruit Loops, such as you can see here, concentrated carrot juice, watermelon juice, blueberry juice, so much more, I would say, natural food coloring ingredients. Perfectly reasonable, I think, to question why Kellogg's is selling the most toxic version of the same product in America, but not in other countries. But this triggered quite the backlash in our comment section with a bunch of people, namely nutritionists and PhDs and quote-unquote experts, saying that the Food Babe is not a legitimate source, that she's spreading tons of misinformation. So I looked into this a little bit, and there's something you should know about these experts. For example, Dr. Andrea Love. She says, "Hi, Eva Mendez. These ingredients aren't banned whatsoever, and they have been deemed safe across the entire planet. The Food Babe is not a credible source of information on these topics at all." Well, this is Dr. Andrea Love. She's got all the right credentials. She's an immunologist, microbiologist, decades and decades of experience in training and clinical research, yada, yada. But she's also, if you can see here, a columnist for a nonprofit called the Genetic Literacy Project. If you do a little bit of digging, the Genetic Literacy Project has been outed as a PR front for Monsanto, Bayer, and the chemical industry. This is their IRS Form 990, where they have to disclose where they get all their money from. You can see here at the top of the list, number one, biggest contributor, $100,000, Bayer. A little bit of conflict of interest there, eh? Well, let's talk about this lady, Danielle Shine. She is a registered dietitian. She says that, unfortunately, Ava, you've been misled. The Food Babe is not a qualified food nutrition professional. She lacks crucial food, nutrition, and health science knowledge. Without this foundation, everything can appear to be a threat to health, which simply isn't true. Well, something that is definitely true is that, according to the Washington Post, the food industry actually pays these influencer dietitians to shape your eating habits. They say that registered dietitians are being paid to post videos that promote diet soda, sugar, supplements on Instagram and TikTok. And another fact we know to be 100% true, unfortunately sort of an inconvenient truth, is that the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has a record of quid pro quo with a range of food giants, with money being tracked flowing from big food into the hands of these nutritionists and dietitians. And guess which company just happens to be one of the highest contributors of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics? Of course, Kellogg's. And so now you see how all these experts work, right? It's pay for play. They can cry misinformation all they want, but the receipts, they don't lie.
So it's time to stop eating Kellogg's. That would be my advice to you. Can't believe people still feed their kids cereal in the first place. It's garbage. It's nothing but sugar, high fructose corn syrup, bad food. It
never should have been a thing.
It should have never been a thing. It was invented by corporations to make you think your kids that cereal was healthy. It's not.
Back during the food pyramid days.
Yeah, the food pyramid, which again was all garbage. So you want to feed your kids healthy stuff. Get them certainly much better would be pasture raised eggs. Pasture raised, not free range, because that's bullshit. Pasture raised. They're more expensive, but you know what else is even more expensive? Going to the doctor, treating a chronic illness, your child's obesity, ADHD. That's way more expensive.
Yeah, because you got to buy your kids speed if they get ADHD.
That's right. So Eva Menendez. I want to say Menendez.
You know she's her significant other is.
No.
The guy with the abs that you love.
Your boyfriend Ryan, what's his head?
Gosling.
Ryan
what
Gosling?
do you mean? What's his head? It's Gosling.
Oh, really? Good for Ryan Gosling. Okay, over to Steph.
Okie doke. Maybe we should get Ava on the show. I'm a fan. Tara again, seen over 200 indie shows, plus Dylan, the band, Jackson Brown, many dead shows, Steve Miller band. My band played at Woodstock, the Rainbow Band. So we saw all the Friday bands backstage. Unfuck the world. Thank you, Tara. Isn't Posse Comitatus a song from The Lion King? That's a nice one. That was good work there, Viggy.
You're thinking of